Hello and welcome. You're with timesofIndia.com. I am Akash Dasgupta. Now, yet another installment of India versus Pakistan ODI cricket now coming our way. These two teams, of course, don't play each other very regularly, which is why every time that they do, it is a big occasion for cricket fans, not just in these two countries, but across the world as well, because these two teams have the knack of producing and bringing out the best in each other. Now, the next installment of India versus Pakistan in one-day international cricket will again be, of course, in the ongoing Asia Cup on the 10th of September, which is this coming Sunday. Now, this time around, the match will be played in Colombo, and as far as the weather in Colombo is concerned, there is rain expected, and all eyes again are going to be on the skies of Sri Lanka and Colombo. There is rain expected on Sunday in that city, 90% chance of rain in the morning, the same in the afternoon, and about 80% chance of rain in the evening. How much is this going to affect the game? Well, your guess is as good as ours. Remember what happened the last time India played Pakistan in the Asia Cup, which was played in Pallekele, and rain washed out the match. Pakistan could not start their chase. India managed to finish their innings despite several interruptions there, and we didn't get a result. So fingers crossed that this time around there is a result that we get to see in this India-Pakistan match. Now, so far from whatever we've seen in this Asia Cup edition of 2023, one of the big questions is Pakistan really emerging as the team to beat? Now, if you've seen what's happened so far in the group stage, they finished on 3 points. Just like India, after winning one match and one match being washed out, which was of course the match against India. Both India and Pakistan beat Nepal in Group A. But if you look at what's happened in the Super Fours, Pakistan have played one match. They kicked off the Super 4 stage with a clash against Bangladesh, and they beat the Bangla Tigers by 7 wickets. Now, you might say that Sri Lanka also has been doing well because they, after all, won both their matches in the group stage. But if you look at the opposition that Sri Lanka were up against, they beat Afghanistan and Bangladesh. So it's pretty much on an even keel right now. India, remember, have only beaten Nepal. They haven't had a result against Pakistan, and they're now going to play their first Super 4 match against the men in green. Now, going by what happened in the first India versus Pakistan clash, here are a few questions that are emerging for Team India. Number one, will the top order fire this time? Now, a better performance, it's a no-brainer really, is needed against Team Pakistan by Team India when it comes to the top order in this match that's coming up. If you look at what happened in the last match in the group stage, the top four, which is Rohit, Shubman, Virat and Shreyas, they combined made 39 runs of a combined 70 deliveries faced. The three Pakistan pacers, Shaheen Afridi, Naseem Shah and Haris Rauf, combined to take all 10 India wickets between them. Now, India really, they need to find a way to tackle the Pakistani pacers and give the team a better, stronger start. In the last match, they were 66 for 4, remember, before Ishan Kishan and Hardik Pandya got together to bail the team out of trouble. Number 2, Ishan Kishan, should he bat up the order? That is the question that is being asked by many cricket experts as well. The way he batted against Pakistan, making 82 of 81, it wouldn't be a bad idea really to perhaps push him up to number 3 and let Virat bat at number 4. You also that way get a left-hander into the mix of things rather early. Number 3, what happens if KL Rahul is fit and is included in the playing 11? Who will be dropped to accommodate him? With Ishan in the fine form that he is in, 4 consecutive ODI half centuries for this wicketkeeper batter, if KL is also included in the playing 11, will the axe then perhaps fall on someone like Shardul Thakur? And if that happens, you know what that will mean? It will mean that there will be 3 pace options that India will be left with: Bumrah, Siraj and Hardik, going by the playing 11 that was of course picked against Pakistan. Now, number 4, should Mohammad Shami be included in the playing 11? Now, this of course is all dependent on whether Bumrah comes back and joins Team India. Remember, he has come back home for the birth of his first child. We'll have to see if he goes back to Sri Lanka in time to join the Indian team for the match against Pakistan on Sunday. Now, if Bumrah is back, then should Shami be included in the playing 11? Most cricket experts feel Shami should be there in the playing 11 regardless. But again, if that happens, who will he replace? If KL doesn't play, it wouldn't perhaps be a bad option to bring Shami in place of Shardul Thakur. If the top and the middle order fire for India, then you really will not need that extra cushion and that longish tail that Shardul Thakur provides with his batting option. Also, most probably there'll be no place for Prasidh Krishna and Tilak Verma in the playing 11. Now that the World Cup squad has been announced, it's a no-brainer really that the team management would want to give the people who are part of the World Cup squad as much game time as possible, and Prasidh and Tilak Verma are of course not in the World Cup squad. For Pakistan, you could perhaps expect an unchanged playing 11. Although, remember that when Pakistan played India, they played three spinners in that match, including all-rounder Agha Salman. Now, maybe they would want to perhaps include another pacer like Mohammad Wasim or Fahim Ashraf, who are also technically all-rounders, in place of Salman to shore up their pace battery, because that could then trouble the Indian batters more. Imagine what four fast bowlers for Pakistan, how menacing that could potentially be for the men in blue. Also, we'll have to see what the weather is like in Colombo, what it does to the pitch conditions, the overhead conditions, what they do to the pitch. All of that will of course come into the picture when we finally come to match day. Now, in case we do get a result in this match, notwithstanding the rain, the result of this match would be perhaps a fair indication of who could win the title this time. Because everything said and done, India and Pakistan are the two strongest teams perhaps in this edition of the Asia Cup. And unless one of these two teams falter badly, we could perhaps see yet another India-Pakistan clash, and that would be in the all-important summit clash, the final on the 17th of September. Well, regardless of what happens that far down the road, let's just hope for a cracker of a match this Sunday when India take on Pakistan in the Super 4.
From breaking news, detailed analysis, in-depth interviews and explainers, follow the Times of India. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like our videos and hit the bell icon to stay updated with the latest.